Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. He'll drop to throw. That's out wide here for Robinson. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Robinson will try to pick it up. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Strong start by this defense. 3rd and short, they go with a run. Stonewalled for no gain.
I played for a guy who always talked about setting tones and meeting force with force. That felt like it on that play, didn't it? And they met him in a big way and won. What a great job by the defense.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Running right, here's Walker. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, no. The first throw of his career is intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Falcons are going to have it here at their own 15. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And complete to Drake London. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. A give to Robinson on the option. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
19 tight. 19 tight.
He'll look to throw. Got a man. It's London. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
7 Pirates! 7 Pirates!
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 35 yards.
And the Falcon first down.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Back to the ground with Robinson. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down.
First down, Falcons.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
From the 4, this is 2nd down and 1.
Buffalo 18. 65, Ken. 65.
They'll look to throw here. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Bobby Brown able to use that strength to get him for a loss of 2.
The downside for the defense is that they're dealing with a team that's in their red zone, but the upside, not much room to work with for the offense. Fewer windows in the zone for them to throw into. Tough for a quarterback to get a throw off before the pressure ends up getting to him.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Koo knocks this one through the post, and the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. Well, they got the turnover and were able to drive it down, Charles, but ultimately in the end, the defense holds up, and they only come away with the 3 points.
Yeah, they gave up a lot of ground, but when they had to, they settled in and prevented the interception from leading to 6 points, because you never want to see turnovers turn into any type of points against you, but better to give up 3 than 6.
And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone, and only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Falcons 3, Seahawks 0.
Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Ready, set. Ready.
Straight ahead, Walker. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
A first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Back to throw. He'll get that to Charbonnet. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll set up to throw. targeting the out route, and he completes this to Metcalf. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Another completion there, and you think about the draft back in the spring. He's selected in the first round, getting the start here, as we mentioned in week 1. It's got to be quite a whirlwind for a young quarterback.
Absolutely, because going in the first round, people are going to clamor for you to be the starter right away, but many teams want you to get your feet wet first, maybe just kind of hang out behind a veteran starter. In this case, though, he ascended right to the top role, and I know he's excited about the opportunity.
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. He was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Going for the deep ball. He's got a man complete. It's a big play there for Atlanta. And even 50 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They'll run this one right with Robinson. Oh, able to avoid him. And able to get this to the 31.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Ready.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 6. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. This one into the hands of Pitts. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Robinson will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. Now for the point after. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
Ready.
Now a play fake here on first down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, 55 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Myers connects on the PAT. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Come on.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
This is 2nd and 8.
19 Lions. Ready.
They'll drop to throw. That one deep for London. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Falcons. Drake London, 79 yards. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Coup for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7.
Makes the score Falcons 17, Seahawks 7.
Following the touchdown, here's Coup to kick off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
Get it.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 25-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Seahawks get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it leads down to a field goal at 17-14. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Drop 60, drop 60.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Now they'll shift things around. They'll send a receiver in motion left.
19 tight, 19 tight.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Throw left side, there's London. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Buffalo 18. 60 back there. 60 back.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop them with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Now it's Lockett. A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave, embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run. And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Wide open receiver complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 33. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Seahawks 14.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Okay, ready?
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Check that.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
It's a 6-yard run, leaves them with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things, and they've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
They'll try for the first with Walker. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Ready?
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8.
Bronco 80.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That is taken in by the tight end Finn. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 43. A gain there of 21 yards. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. That continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Let's go. Ready, ready?
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. He continues to deliver a 1st down here. He had 4 catches in the 1st half, and this one number 5.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Now back to throw. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And it looks like one of the DBs has it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They begin the drive with Robinson. 54 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 14-yard line.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
Stop me Lions. Stop me Rangers. Stop me Rangers. Dragon 60. Cut my team. Cut my team. Ready?
They'll look to throw. That is caught. And he's going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. Know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
2nd and 15. He completes this to Russell Gage. Now he's free at the 35. Russell Gage able to slither by. Touchdown, Falcons! Russell Gage, 84 yards. And the Falcons will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Koo now for the point after. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Falcons 24, Seahawks 14.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me,
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Again, it's Robinson. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like you know his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do you know, what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then the last second, oh no, I better get down, and he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting it slip away.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That one deep for London, and that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in though, and it's 4th down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 25 yards that time.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a 1-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. On play action, they'll throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the 4th quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. So he stopped for no gain, and that'll make it 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
79 Broncos.
Back to throw again. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Falcons are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. And caught by London. And he'll be out of bounds right at about the 10-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it 1 more time, so make sure you get in shape.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Let's go now.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
19 tight, 19 tight.
They're going to look to throw. That one deep for London. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Returnable for Lockett. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Man open downfield. It's Metcalf. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
They go play action here on 1st down. Touchdown! Noah Fant, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Myers connects on the PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit. You tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out, and a 5-yard penalty. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Back to throw here. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. He'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
The 3rd down pass. Complete to number 8, Kyle Pitts. A gain of 40 yards. 1st down, Atlanta.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. He tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
65 catch.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that's incomplete.
That open man that time, man. They're putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
They'll set up to throw. This ball down the field for Pitts. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts, 52 yards. And the Falcons use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Seahawks, 21.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
On the ready.
Here's 1st and 10.
Ready, right?
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 2 timeouts remaining, but time is of the essence. Down 2 scores. It's 1st and 10. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle.
Here we go.
Penalties not what they needed here. 1st and 15. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Falcons are going to get it back here just past the 35. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he is going to have a Falcons first down. And it would appear that that's going to be the one to do it. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's got to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Falcons, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they will head back